So after yesterday's Blaze fiasco, let me just tell you, it is time for me to not do that. Today we have to do the training hall. I wanted to do the Blaze farm first because it's not usual that you do farms and stuff before you do the villager trading hall and whatnot. But let me tell you, man, no mending really gets in the way of a Blaze farm. And I thought, oh well, maybe I could do some other type of farm. No, no, don't wanna, don't feel like it. It's not that I don't feel like it. It's just that I think this is an important step that I'm just avoiding and trying to find ways to romanticize avoiding it or something. You know what? Not good. Not good. That is not the way you do it. That is not how you play the guitar on the MTV. And so now, um, I think I don't want to do that. Now I think I want to do more normal stuff and do it the normal way. Look at that skeleton. Ow. Okay. It's about to be April. The grass here is so disastrous for me. That was so disastrous that I didn't even want to kill that skeleton. As I was saying, since it's almost already April and I haven't talked about it, I think it's important that I start talking about something, you know? The thing I want to talk about is important. Wow. Would you believe it? The thing I wanted to talk about is important. Now, before anything, I may need to go get more warped stuff. Because I only have 15. We don't need a bunch of it for the... whatever. The trading hall. I want to make little funny windows for my villagers. You know, I'm going to make one of these. Guess I encounter any Endermans. I do like my strategy of get under a roof and try looking at them. Very fun to do it like that, but both strategy. Anyways, I want to talk about the last movie that I watched in February. And the last movie I watched in February was Devdas. No, what the fuck is Devdas, you might be asking? It's an Indian movie. Yes, I watched a Bollywood movie. I don't typically do because finishing a video takes time, and usually Bollywood movies are like 3 hours. That is really long. Like in case you don't understand how much 3 hours is, it is really long. I guess movies have been like lasting longer recently, so to some people, they're just gonna hear me say that and think to themselves, these guys weak. Honestly, rude. Look at this. Look at how rude the Nether is. You come in and immediately they're chasing you. And I need to go around the stupid ravine because I haven't made a bridge. Fuck it. Fuck it. No, 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 no. This is stupid. Because I haven't made a bridge? What? Give me this shit. I don't want to. I want to solve this. Fucking hell. So hard to make a bridge. Is this activity here so ridiculously difficult? Or whatever. What is wrong with me? Huh? Why does it take me so long to do these kinds of things? Huh? Now, if you excuse me, gotta talk about Devdas. So Devdas is this Bollywood movie. It's basically about this lady who falls in love with a guy when they're kids, you know, childhood crush kind of stuff. That's not the that's not the warped. That's not the warped. This bridge was pointless. I guess it isn't. It's saving us time right now. But yeah, she basically has this childhood crush called Devdas. And she just kind of, you know, guy goes off out of India to do career business stuff. He gets real smart, except he's real stupid. And I guess it just goes for that from there. And if only I could remember where my ward forest was, direction wise. That would be nice. I think it was this way. Was it though? Somehow I keep not finding myself in the nether. Fuck you. No, 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 no. Oh. There's two guys shooting me. I just wanted some warp fungus. Leave me alone. I want warp fungus and talk about movie I watch. Guy who goes the entire opposite direction. Ah, I did it again. Meanwhile, we have the most beautiful Nether song in the world playing, but it's a little too loud. Can I please get to today's topic without getting interrupted by something about the game needing changing? Such as the direction in which I'm going or the music volume. Thank you. Today's topic is Devdas. Now let's talk about Devdas properly. Yes, now that we're at the place. So yeah, Devdas, Indian movie about a guy who goes to study and the lady waits for him. She has this candle and she goes, EPI, EPI, EPI. It's very awesome. It's awesome, alright? I don't know what about Bollywood movies is awesome, but it's true. It's true. Bollywood movies are fucking awesome. And I feel like they don't often get attention because they're Bollywood. Like, it's expected that they're kind of dramatic in some extent, in some aspects and whatnot. I personally really, really love him, though. It's like, it's one of those genres of movies that I feel like I should watch more because, sure, they're a little bit exaggerated at times, but I think that's kind of part of the charm. And this movie is definitely one of those things. Now, I do feel like this movie has, you know, issues, of course, but it's still just your standard Bollywood affair where, like, you know that above all everything, fun took precedent. They wanted the movie to be super fun and for the whole Devdas situation to be fun and whatnot. You know, they wanted you to be having fun with the characters, with the world. And so, even though it's kind of dramatic that Devdas is just messing around and fucking around in the world, and they go like, my darling, and it's people rejecting love and whatnot, that it's kind of, sometimes the conflict is a little forced. You know it's there because it's part of the fun. It should be part of the fun. And I personally really like that. I don't know. I found it awesome. Does this movie have much to say? Like on a deep level? Not really. And the ending does feel kind of like it's a love story, so they focus a lot on the love story and not on the, you know, full aspect of it. Like, you could expect an American version of this movie to go and show what happens to the people who stop love from happening. This movie doesn't really have time for that. It wants to focus on the relationship between these two and like the sort of drama that happens around the relationship. I don't want to say what happens at the end of the relationship because that would be kind of spoilers. And I do think it's a movie that deserves watching. Now, stuff on the movie that's good. The music. It's a Bollywood movie, so there's a lot of them singing. And that's good. That's good. I like that they sing a lot in Bollywood. I do feel like a lot of the songs in this movie compared to other movies are kind of repetitive though. Like, I watched Three Idiots last year, my favorite movie that I watched last year. And Three Idiots doesn't really have that problem where the songs are somewhat repetitive to some extent. Whereas here, yeah, okay, it is true that sometimes the songs are my darling, I like you, my darling, I like you, my darling, I like you, my darling, I like you. But my darling, long, tell me if you love me, tell me if you love me, cause I think I like you. My darling, guess what? I like you. And guess what? I think you like me too. And guess what? I like you. That's just my recreation of it in 5 minutes with my horrible singing voice. This is the singing voice of someone who doesn't give a shit. I could give a shit, but I don't. I don't give a shit about singing today. Wasn't even the top of the tree, but I don't care. Leaves don't even fall here. So for the most part, just a generally great movie. You can see how by how I'm talking about it that I do have a little thing to say, which is I don't know how I feel about this movie. Sure, it is true that it is kind of commendable that to some extent they decided to avoid certain things. You know, they wanted to avoid certain dramas that were kind of generic or expected or whatnot. How did you hit me there? Also, no Ender Pearl. I have horrible luck with Enderman. I don't know why, but I do. Hold on. Beautiful, beautiful tree. I like this tree. Beautiful tree. But yeah, I don't know how to feel about it. Because, yes, of course, I do kind of enjoy that they decided to focus on the drama and the whatnot. But I don't know, man. It does genuinely feel like a movie that's unfinished, which is crazy considering the movie is 3 hours. It's a 3 hour, like, you know, situational. So it's kind of weird that it also does feel kind of unfinished by the end. Sort of as if they could have shown more stuff that they decided not to show, and maybe it's due to time, maybe it's due to other reasons. I don't think it genuinely matters why. It just the feel is somewhat incomplete, but also in a way that's maybe purposeful. Like I could see this movie being incomplete on purpose because they want you to feel like different emotions related to the relationship. Maybe you have to feel a certain familiar relationship with the characters because they wanted to express those familiar relationships and whatnot. And it's like, this movie has a big plot point on like the parents of the main guy stopping the relationship because they don't want it because ow, 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 ow. I had to raw dog that guy because I hit him in the face. Come here. You don't get raw dogged. You get put in your place. Horrible sentence out of context. Horrible sentence out of context? Question mark. I love how they're spreading the biome. Wait, is this the canon reason why this biome spreads? Is this why they made Enderman appear here? To be like, oh no, they're spreading the biome. That would be a cool piece of storytelling for them to do like that. I do like that you kind of get to make up whatever the fuck you want out of Minecraft story, huh? So I guess to some extent you could argue, yeah, maybe the Endermen all have just moved everything. Interesting way to look at it. Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of weird when you watch a movie that you know is great on every aspect, but you are still unsure on how to feel about it. Unusual, but I like it. And I'm running out of food. So once we're out of food, I guess we're leaving. We don't really need that much of the thing. How much do we have? Sucks that I have. I guess I should be able to farm it at home. Should I be like replanting? I'm not sure how that works. I mean, not that the replanting is gonna regrow. And it's not like the trees here spread through that method. Eh. Alright. Let's get back. Oh, but first, Enderman. No. Guy, can you stop juking me? Enderman. Ah, he's angry at me anyways. My armor's too good for me to be worrying about you guys. I'm not even gonna lie. I can't place boats anymore. I give up. I'm mining this stem here. I don't know why this stem is here. It doesn't have a tree attached. But sure. I don't know. It was a weird movie, but like a very normal weird movie. The kind of weird that's just, I think the weirdness is me rather than the movie. Either way, I really enjoyed it and I do recommend it. And I do want to watch more Bollywood because even though the song's repetitive, I have like repeatedly listened to it since I watched the movie. I've just been thinking about I should stop that. I'm probably offending the entirety of India. Also, funny enough, I watched that movie like the day before I listened to the new Gorillaz album. Which I think is kind of funny in a sense because it's like, whoa, I just suddenly had a very Indian day. And then yesterday I downloaded a very Indian clip from a show that I needed for a video that I'm about to finish today. So, you know, knowing that I have to finish that video, yeah, maybe it's time for me to head back home and get on that trading hall on the next chunk of today video. Yeah. See ya.